Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a while since I last did a video. It's been just about 2 months now. And the last video really put me in kind of a bad spot. It it was the one where AppLike was going to copyright strike the channel if I didn't remove 19 videos. Well, I ended up removing some of them after going through with a number of people that do a lot on YouTube and finding out exactly what could have been copyright striked and what they felt was safe to keep on the channel. So anything where I used a direct feed from the app itself in a full screen format without any sort of bit of my face or anything else on the content, they felt pretty sure that they were able to copy strike for that, even though that I had plenty to talk about and review over it. Anything that was shot in this type of format that we see here, which, if I can talk about, I could show the phone farm behind me and talk about like that, that is not able to be copyright strike the same way, or it is much harder to do so. So for now on, most of my videos are going to be in this sort of context. It's not going to be the actual screen itself, just because to try and keep and protect the channel from having any sort of issues. And that is really what really unmotivated me totally doing YouTube type work. So as you can see, I still do have the phone farm up and going, but in the meantime, I've been having a lot of other changes going on here at my home with traveling. I still am working for Raider Labs, and I am doing a lot of work from home, so I'm not outside nearly as much. Even though now it's getting cooler here in Florida, there's a lot more things, that it's not quite as oppressive as the summer, but it has been nice being able to work from home. The changes that are being made that really have taken up most of my time is, I'm going to be honest with you, my office is a mess. I mean, you could see it, but what you can see is the 75-gallon fish tank that was out in my living room. I did a few videos on it. The reef tank will be going right up here in the office in the next few weeks, so it's going to be real exciting. I'm going to kind of keep a feed of a camera on the reef tank itself because a lot of people do like that as well. Now, back to the phone farm. We'll kind of move in here. We're going to take a look, and I'm going to show you the apps that I am still using. And some phones are turned off. The reason that is I'm running some apps that I'm currently kind of just starting in that I want to do a separate video on, so I'm not going to talk about them here. But CashMagnet, still running on 4 phones. I have Misplay up on 1, and I have Honeygain here on a few other devices. Sorry, some of these get a little dark here. But what you can see is I've had some issues with some network being overused with Honeygain, and they talk about that you're allowed 6 devices. Now, I don't know if that's 6 devices on the entire network or whether 6 Honeygain devices. I only run 5. But I still run it. I've gotten the first payout on it, and if you see, I'm $12 into a second payout. So it has been profitable for me. I know there was a big stink there on YouTube talking about, what are they actually collecting? What are they doing? The fact of the matter is have you ever looked at any of your apps that you download? You give them permission to all sorts of things that the app doesn't need. You know why? Because they're collecting data on you no matter what. So I don't so much as worry about it. They're all hooked up here. There's nothing on the phones that they could be able to steal. Essentially, I do use everything separately, so it's not like there's a big amount of data that nobody else can find anyway. I mean, anybody can find this type of stuff. It's nothing. If you're not using the phone for anything but a phone farm, it's not much that I would say to really worry about. But I have cashed out now for $30 on the CashMagnet apps, and I have $15 still going there. Misplay, I have cashed out on as well. So the 2 months I have been working, I just haven't been documenting it quite as well. I believe right now I'm sitting at kind of about $45 to $50 a month, not really working too much about it. Now I'm going to be back doing a little more YouTube stuff. I am testing some more apps, which later on I will open these phones up. We'll take a look at, but I'm not going to be doing it as a week-by-week thing here. The phone farming has really come down to the point where there's not as much to talk about. There are some new apps out. I will talk about them, but there's really not that big push like there was a year ago, to where these apps were constantly updating. A lot of apps were coming out. A lot of apps were being more and more profitable. And we wanted to talk about it. There's just not as many here. If you want to find that content, there are a number of other YouTubers that do very good content as far as the apps that come out. It doesn't take much. The community is so small for phone farming that you pretty much know. If you're watching my channel, you pretty much know the other channels. If not, definitely go in and look them up, because there are a number of really good people that do phone farming as well, that make some really good videos about it as well. As for me, what I'm going to be doing a little more of, we're going to be doing, like I said, we're going to talk about the setup of this reef tank. If that's not your thing, that's okay. Please come back and check out some of my other videos, especially the ones we talk about, like I said, phone farming. It's probably going to be once a month, maybe twice a month. I'll talk about how phone farming is going, unless there's a new app available. I am going to be doing more and more mobile gaming, and I have been in contact with a few companies. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go through. I'm going to contact these companies. I'm going to get the permission. I'm going to save. I'm going to save all the stuff in emails. So there's going to be no issue when it comes to any of these videos, as far as copyright strikes, as far as anything like that. So it may take a little longer for some of these videos to come out, but that's what I feel is going to be important. I will cover other little things that happen through, throughout life. I mean, that it's a little more that I know everybody's kind of here for the phone farming and the mobile app thing, but I branch out a little bit. We'll talk about some products that come in, because I'm always being contacted by people to review products. Most of the time, they're they're things like this here. I mean, you've seen it on the channel before. I do reviews for people that send stuff like that, but there are a couple of other things in the works as well. Overall, the reef tank that was here in the office was actually moved from the office. It is doing well. Still no fish in it, because the 2 fish that were in it did die. I believe it was due to an oxygen level in the tank. We're kind of working some stuff out to monitor some of that, so that we don't have any issues before putting some new fish back in that tank. But the corals in it are doing great. We've actually done some additions. I will do a separate video if everybody would like something like that. I will also do a little more at the end of the year, talking about working online, and kind of the pros and cons of it. When I got into it, I thought it was all going to be good. I thought it was going to be great. There's going to be an easy way, but there are some negatives to constantly working from home online, and we'll talk about some of that stuff if you're interested in that as well. I'm not going to make the video too long. I just wanted to give you an update on how life was going, and that I'm still around. I'm still going to do content, and I just may not be as regular as it once was. I thank everybody that sent me messages asking me what's going on, hoping everything's okay. How come I haven't been posting in a while? Well, there's the reason right there. I had a number of people say that I should move over to doing more content on Twitch. If I start to do some, gaming stuff like that, I feel that Twitch really, it's all about gaming. I know they do, real life stuff, but I don't know that this content would go over quite so well on Twitch, especially the mobile gaming stuff, I guess could, but a lot of these games are time consuming, and they're not something people watch in real time. So I think I'm going to stay here on YouTube. The channel hasn't really suffered. Definitely some, had some loss. If anybody would like to know a video on, what taking 2 months off of YouTube will affect your channel, I can get on there. I don't mind. I'll show you exactly how the channel has progressed in those 2 months without a single video being posted. As you can imagine, there is some drops and things, but I can tell you what, the channel, we didn't lose any. The subscribers have been continuous the entire time. So, I'm real thankful for everybody, and especially everybody that's searching, finding my content. I will be still on, I try and answer a lot of the comments on some of the videos. Now, you have to remember, some of these videos are a lot older, and a lot of the comments, they may not be as relevant, but I do try, and if it's a decent, if it's a decent comment, if it makes sense, if you're asking a question, I will most definitely try and get on there and answer it to the best of my ability at this time. But do remember, some of the videos, like I said, they're a little older, but you're searching for them, you're finding them, you're enjoying them as my You know, the number of thumbs up on each video has been great. So I'm not going to complain. I thank you all for watching, and do know I'm back on YouTube. It's been 2 months. It's been enough time to take a break. I thank you all, and as always, have a wonderful day.